All right, guys, good morning. Good morning, good morning. What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. So it looks like pre-market is off to a hot and steamy start in stock FRGT. So a lovely move here. This is wonderful to see. And I hope all of you pre-market traders were able to get the job done here in the community, right? 380%. Right now it's moving as if we've already gotten to the open, right? The way how the volume is kicking in here. This is actually one of the kind of stocks that I could trade pre-market and not have any issues. So this is pretty impressive here from FRGT. I believe we've seen this name before, Freight Technologies. So the question for me though, like a trader who primarily trades after 9:30, will this one have any more juice left? Will we be able to continue onwards? Will we be able to see $2? Is it possible? Or have we already, essentially priced in the high and we'll be on the backside heading into the open, right? If not, maybe we see an extended consolidation or pullback before anything to the upside. So I definitely want to keep my guard up for that and be careful. Now, in the 5-10% chance it just continues going straight up, we have to keep an eye out for any halt levels. Maybe it gets halted up very quickly and can be a stock that trades primarily with halts. So I'll keep an eye out for that. But I'm hoping we can see some smooth opportunities here. FRGT. That's the main one here today. 60 million shares of volume, up over 360%. Absolutely, positively impressive. So, what else do we have? I'm also keeping an eye on XBP. Actually, hold on, let me go back. Let me not forget. I got to put some trend lines on here, right? So, again, we've traded the stock before, so the trend lines are not as relevant. I'm going to remove, well, we got 135. I get rid of a few of these up here. The blue levels I'll keep because those levels are daily levels. So the last time we traded it, it's up there around $2. The 200 EMA on the daily is at 159. Doesn't look bad. It gives us some more room to the upside here as well. And looking at the daily chart, I think, room up to 225. So we do have that blue line up there. I think 225 can be a target if it continues to be this aggressive heading into the open. So FRGT, I'm not going to really bother to map out the low because it's just been uptrending. It's just been steadily pushing higher. The last consolidation we had was down at 95 cents. If we pull back down there, for me, it's like, a little bit too much of a pullback at this point. So switching over to XBP, which is up 86% with 2 million shares of volume. So this one has been around 40 bucks over the last few weeks and it's been selling off over the last, couple of days. And so today we've gotten a bit of a bounce and the high point is at 2060. So this thing went from a low of 565 to 2060. If you're swinging this thing looking for the daily candle to make the new high, this is what you want to see. And you definitely want it to hold up a little higher, but if you're in this thing lower, and it's up here at 10, it's not bad. But I'm guessing that's not many people because if we look back at the chart, we'll see how much it's been coming down, right? On this lighter volume, it's just been selling off. So, I think there might be some opportunities today. There might just be some opportunities. Initially we had lows at 1018. Right now we're around that level. We held up and it's looking okay. I'd say this is looking okay. Depends on how the volume really comes in at the open and onwards from after that, but I don't think it's looking bad. Sometimes these stocks are beaten up and they kind of need that relief bounce. There's my alarm for screen recording, so I'll go ahead and do that. Pop open another OBS. There we go. Guys, if you're tuning in on YouTube, if you're tuning in, is it possible that today could be a record-like kind of a day? Can we hit that thumbs up button? Can we set the tone here and get up there to 185 likes? We currently have over 200 people. Guys, take a quick second. If you're not actively trading, hit that thumbs up. We got wonderful people here tuning in. You know, Don Juan, Nora, Dash, Big Steve, Charlie. The team is checking in. KT is in the building. You know, in the Discord, we got a ton of students here as well. You know, Sir Clive, how you doing today? You know, Ron T, LS, George, John, Jessica, the list goes on. Leslie, JB, we see you as well. Dan Shark, you know, there's a ton of people tuning in. Aaron, guys, hit that thumbs up and let's get ready for another beautiful day in the markets. I'm always feeling good. You know, I kind of slacked off and didn't do the recap yesterday. But yesterday we were down 160 bucks. Small red day again. Today we're looking to get back on the green side of things. It's been a decent week. We had a very solid Monday, but we have to pick things up here coming into the back half, right? Thursday, Friday, we have 2 days to make it count. Yesterday, the day before, we had C4 Therapeutics, right? CCCC, which I thought, you know, either the longer hold time or super active. And I'm a little in between, right? I'm a little bit more active, but I'm not really looking to be, you know, taking 1,000 orders. And so I just felt like, man, not going to push it, not going to try to change too much of what I'm doing. Just going to take it slow, wait around for better opportunities. And so today I'm hoping we can see something in a stock like XBP here. If we can go from 10 to 20, it should be a good day. You know, I'd expect nothing less than an excellent day here if this stock gives a good move. I'll have small size to start and then I'll increase size gradually. So the last stock that I have here quickly is CNXA. I will watch CCCC again, you know, just in case there's something. It's still kind of holding up, right? If we zoom out here, it's like still sideways. So maybe there could be some sort of continuation today again. In which case I can watch for some small, quick green trades. Other than that, not going to push it again. But for the watch list, we have CNXA as the last stock. And the high point is at 35. We have a daily level at 27, which we seem to be holding up. And on the daily, let's see here. On the daily chart, this one has sold off over the last couple of weeks. And we got some high points around 50 cents. We basically had a double top at 50. So, you know, if a stock like this can get to 50 cents, if it happens to be the stock of the day, because sometimes the other ones, they sell off, you know, I think that'll be decent. So I'll write up the list here quickly. FRGT, which will be the main stock. There's a 2-minute warning. XBP, CNXA, and C4. What was the joke? There was a joke in Discord yesterday saying that they're curing whatever they're doing with explosive therapy, something like that. It was pretty funny. Explosive therapy and treatment. So we have the watch list. I have my share size set. Main stock for me, again, FRGT. It's cheaper. Again, I want to see where the halt levels are going to be. If there's range, if there's good price action, I can get involved early. If not, I'll wait for a more defined pattern. But other than that, looking to be disciplined as always, looking to follow the rules that I have for myself, and looking to trade to the best of my abilities. So with less than a minute, let's remember our disclaimer, which is that day trading is risky. It has a lot of risks. It has its pros and its cons. If you're not making money consistently, it's best to approach it in a low risk way, right? Reduce your risk as you're going through the learning curve. Use the simulators, utilize a small amount of cash, risk money. That way you can protect yourself. Remember, the live streams and recaps are never an invitation to copy trade. The system is very detailed and intricate, and there's a lot of moving components. Not to mention, there's also a delay on the YouTube live stream. Lastly, remember to be careful with the impersonators and scammers. I do not invest for my subscribers. So I'll never ask for money or personal information, and I will never message you first. All right, so here we go. Let's trade to the best of our abilities here. So the halt level's at 33, is fairly tight. It might get halted up. Yeah, okay, maybe not. It's close. There's 33. I could have punched it, but there's some big bids here. It should get locked in. I could have been more aggressive to buy there, but so this is gonna be one of those days where it feels like the market is just blitzing, it's just straight to it. So we're locked in for a halt up at 33. Sometimes the level 2 does this weird thing where I think I'll have to like I'll have to show it on screen to like really describe it. There's certain things that's like, it's like not really technical analysis, but you could kind of notice whether you want to add it to your arsenal as an indicator, you can, but kind of interesting. So XBP on the other hand, there's a 10-cent spread. The volume is super light. I definitely don't want to get aggressive on that one yet. Guys, don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. We're going to try and see if we can't get the most likes here today and set a record for the channel. Right now, we have over 440 people and already over 100 likes. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Hit that thumbs up as you're tuning in. AC, what's up? Good morning. You can see the halt levels depending on the platform you're using. E-Trade Pro and a couple other platforms, they do not display the halt levels on the level 2. Thinkorswim as well. But with DAS Trader, I'll show the screen quickly. I'm using another screen here, which is why I'm like looking up. This screen, you see these white lines here at the very bottom. Limit down, limit up. That's where the halt levels are. And that's how I can tell. There's a math behind it, but it's better just to be able to see it visually. It's quicker, easier. Big spread XBP. The low there was $9.99. Again, I think I'll leave that one alone. So CCCC.
MINDP, GMBLP, MIND.
C4, again, it's still kind of, in play. We got about 2 minutes for the resumption. Guys, it's winter time here. So, the cold, this 24/7 cold that I have year round is only going to be worse. So if you hear me struggling to speak and like I can't breathe, that's what's happening. Talking through my nose, sounding very muffled. Those are all the side effects. Yeah, so CCCC is not looking bad, you know. Maybe there's something there today again. 35.32 if this is a 5-minute halt. Watching at CCC here if it gets over 30. Gotta bring down the chime a little bit. Resumption. We got less than a minute. We got about 30 seconds, assuming it's a 5-minute. It's showing 33, so it might be flat. But I'll look to be aggressive. Like if it holds high, I'll still take it. I'm not gonna increase my share size super aggressively just yet. We got about 10 seconds. 33. Here we go. There's a bid. That's a brutal fill. That's a brutal fill. It's gonna flush down. I got filled on the ass buying the dip at 33. Alright, we'll take the loss. But despite all those bids being there at 33, it just teleports down through the level. And CCCC on the other hand is gonna get the push through 30 at the VWAP. So we'll see if this one here starts to pull away a little bit.
GBLD.
We got 46 for the highs. I'm glad I got the fill coming out just in case it gaps lower. There might be a good dip there, but not to be holding from 37 at the highs. Definitely not. So it's a good thing I didn't really size up because we could have went for 4 or 5K size. I don't want to be overly aggressive. And after this, if it goes lower, but don't want to be in too high. The resumption should be at 40.56. There was a small seller. We're going to buy up those shares. Can we see through 50? Always too aggressive on that trade. Gotta be patient. Lows at 53 right there, I think. 67 for the high.
GBLD.
The resumption is about another minute for the other stock. So we might see a 3-bar play here is what I'm thinking. Or at least I'm hoping if we can hold tightly. 53. I don't want to be too scalpy here in this low. So how well can we do if we hold up these levels? I might add here. I'm gonna add small size. And we see the follow through. If not, keeping it tight. Okay, maybe a little too aggressive on that stop. There's a resumption for the other one. I'm gonna miss it. Yeah, we kept that stop way too tight. Well, okay. Well, okay. Look at that. You gotta be careful with these high fills. That bounce on the other stock's gonna be good. 77. That was quite the move, man. Quite the move. So we're gonna get 3-bar play there. Bit of a flag, 3-bar play. There's sellers there, so we're not gonna push through immediately. But if it tries again, I'll be back in. Can we hold? It's surprisingly strong, actually, this stock. C4.
MIND.
Very explosive, indeed. Watching to see if it wants to get through this level here. Those sellers are sitting tight, all right. Can we see a little bit more of a pullback here, or are we going to hold super tight? Take a couple of cents, and I'll try it again. Can we see another couple more cents? Not bad for the longer hold either down here. Yeah, we see that break of 6. I'm gonna keep trying here. It might do it. I think it's worth a try as long as they can keep the stops tight. And watching for volume to spike as well. And with the tight stops, we can avoid a false breakout if it does happen. Although we hope it, we don't see a big drop or anything. Is this it? Oh, 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 come on, that was so close. Still trying.
WSO B GMBLP
Mm. Well, it's not great for me because I didn't really hold it, but it's a good move. It's an explosive move once again. There's a seller at the highs right here. I gotta start taking more shares. The high is at 37. What happened on the break of 6 is that the seller was getting bought up, and then all but 25,000 shares was left. So I'm like, okay, it's not gonna go. And then it started going down again. So when I bought back, it's kind of a little too late. So we got a high of 17, low of 13 on the current candle, high of the last 37 with a low of 610. So we pushed through yesterday's high. I wouldn't mind seeing a dip. A dip just like that. Now can we hold? We might get a new high of day here. Do not fail. 20. Okay, it's why is it why is it moving like that out of nowhere? All right, I'll size back down and wait here. Don't need to be overly aggressive.
MELP, SLNHP, WSO, B.
The red is still kind of heavy here. All right. There's a lot of buying there though, so I think I want to watch again here. I don't know, I think it's pretty bullish, but it's possible it goes lower first, right? The low is at 08. Can we hold up? I'm gonna take a loss there. Those trades are always tricky because, you know, you could take the couple cents, but sometimes you want to see if we can get back, well, above 10, 12. Just gotta be patient. Stole that first position kind of early. The new 5-minute candle is 2 minutes away. In which case, can we get the 5-minute candle to make the new high on the daily chart? Not on the daily, the 5-minute chart. KB, are the Bulls still alive? They should be. They should be alive and well. At this rate, I would like to think we should see a new high of day. But whether or not that happens, we'll have to see. We did a great job down there at 6. You know, the stock held up nicely, so
RPHN WSO B.
I'm gonna miss that. Can we continue? Gotta be patient. Party. We got a high of 65. Well, looking back at this entire move, I should have just been holding my 3,000 shares from 603 instead of being in and out. We got a high of 56. Well, 65 rather, 65. And we'll see where it ends up getting support. I don't want to be overly aggressive, so I'll be waiting. There's a quick dip. It's gonna pop a little bit. Not sure if that was even a winning trade or not, but okay. Hmm. Right idea. Kind of getting chopped out there though. Low of that is 42.
MINDP
Take a quick couple cents
SLNHN
there.
RPHN.
I really want it lower, but it might not go lower, right? We'll see. Can we continue here for the new high? underwhelming. We could have seen something more. But maybe it tries again. But you gotta, like right here, we gotta watch out for like a false breakout kind of drop. Because we're getting another flag. We want to see this candle make the new high up to 70, 80. Instead, we broke out by 1 or 2 cents. So, can we retest or does it need to pull back more? Do not go to the depths. Where are those bulls? Can we see it? Oh, I thought that was dropping. Anyhow, I'm not really getting to capture these breakouts properly at all here. We got 84. Oh, there's a bid. Was that 80K shares, I think? Didn't really get to see it. Was looking at the chart. Big level here, big level. Can we hold up?
INNO.
I'll ease off a bit. We might see a drop off. How low? 50? I don't know. I don't trust it there, but it's holding. See, it's like the way how I could tell that this wasn't going to hold up this low is because the pullback came in an area where we shouldn't really be seeing a pullback. We just consolidated for a new high. What is it doing pulling back? We should be at $7 right now, right? If it's gonna keep pace with how it's moving. So this is kind of like out of the ordinary for the move that we were seeing. So the low there happened to be 41. Hard to trust going down at those levels. Not really seeming like it's a clear bottom, but so far it's holding up. So maybe there's some opportunities here. Of course, I get the highest fill in the world. Lovely. Take a quick loss there. And it's a new low. So it's not holding 40. That was just a quick bounce. Now it's back down to 26. I think it's still bullish because of the move that we've gotten so far. I mean, we went from without a red candle on 5, from 504 to 684. So I guess this is okay. It just comes down to where are we gonna base out, and maybe we start to see like a bit of a slow bounce or something. The halt down is at 590 though. If it drops too much, it could get halted down. It's also why we need to cut the trades if it's not working, because to be in at like 670 and this type of drop is just not good. So that's a bit of a better bounce here at 11. Let's see.
INNO.
TPIC. I mean, I don't know, up 43%. Why am I not seeing it? Should be right here. Anything else? Oh, there we go. 39 million in float. $39 million. FRGT, nice bounce there above VWAP. 91 to 04, not bad. CCCC, seems like we're getting a double bottom there at 11. A higher low, really, 16. We'll see what it does. I'll be waiting here on the sidelines a little bit more. Got to be a little bit more aggressive on the upside because I did take 3,500 shares, but only like twice, maybe 3 times. We had a ton of small quick scalps with 1,500. With 3,500, it's a huge difference. We'd probably be up like 2.2 instead. It's a big difference there. So this is a good bounce here up to 40 over 34. There might be an entry coming up here, so I'll keep an eye. We've already had the high of the flag, 34, and the double bottom at 16. So this is pretty good. A little bit of weakness there at 50. I get my chair. Guys, don't forget if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're a new viewer. We go live every weekday morning around 9:15 a.m. I love the bounce back here so far. I think this is a pretty good move. I definitely could have gotten trades down here if I was looking to be more aggressive. But this is good to see. There might still be a decent entry coming. I'm going to size down though for now. Candle's about to close here fairly soon. would be good to see us closing above 40. You see that right there? That is a good push. With that type of move, it makes you think it might want to get back to high of day. And the entry I was looking for was 36 area. I didn't get the dip at 38. I thought it was a little too high. This is interesting though. Are we going to be able to hold up our levels? That was a high of 60. Couple of quick cents here and there. I have the last candle 55. Will we be able to see a breakout over 55 for a retest of 60? I guess that's only 5 cents. But will we see a push back to 60? Low of the current candle is 44. Volume is not super heavy. $32. Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? We might keep going here. There they are. Bulls are alive and well. Ultra aggressive trade here. But it's holding. Right, it's holding. It might it's close to going crazy here. Supernova. It might do it. This is the beginning if it's gonna do it. Ooh, kinda asked for that one. Sometimes you get a little too aggressive. High of days 84 though. Give me a full 10-cent loss there. And then that's where I started to say, I gotta be patient. But it's one of those things, you gotta ease and press. Ease and press. Because if we go, it's a sweet move. If we go through the highs immediately right there. Yeah, I shouldn't have really been back out of that. I think we've bottomed there. I think. I don't know why it's moving so. I don't know, man. I think today versus the last 2 days, the stock has moved way better today. I think because it's more expensive, it just has more range to it, which which is there a seller? What's going on? There are sellers at the 80 level. We should get a new high of day eventually here, is what I'd like to think. Okay. Oh wow, I didn't take that break. It's gonna absolutely rip. Jeez. I thought the seller would have been more of a resistance. It's just gonna go straight through. Hot knife going through butter. We might be having trouble at 7. Try again though if it wants to. Man. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna go to 80, come back down maybe 2 more times. Nope, it's just gonna go straight to 7. Expectation is why I'm not in that trade. Expecting more of a kickback at the level. C4, man, another explosive move. No pun intended. Okay, maybe a little bit of pun, but sweet move. Come on, we have to hold up. Come on. Come on. We're we should see a move here. We should. Cover, cover. Are they gonna cover? Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Oh, okay, okay. 18,000 share bid. That's what we want to see. That's exactly what we want to see here. It might go crazy. It might. It looks like it is. Man, it just took so long. It's taking so long to give the move. 44. The halt is at 52, by the way. Oh, there's another bid. 60K. Do not fail us. Do not fail us. All right. It's not super smooth. It's all good. I'm not able to capitalize as much as I would like. Another big bid, but it's super extended. These are definitely some aggressive trades. I'll say that's for sure. If I lose like 30 cents randomly, I can't be upset because I'm buying this thing super, super high. It might drop more here. Or maybe not. 22. Held 22? 22? 22? 21? 21? 22? Playing with fire. Let me stop. It might give a drop. 10, 15 cents. 23. Oh, 25. So it looks like it held. 40, 40, 40. There's like a seller here. It's gonna break. Gonna keep going. Or maybe it needs to pull back now. Oh, no, it's gonna keep going. See, again, it chops me out, man. It's just taking forever. Look at this sweet move. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. It's holding, it seems like it's hold. Oh, okay, maybe not. 45. A little too soon there. Okay, maybe to the depths. It needs to hold 22 again. Man, fumbling those trades. I think there are some sellers, but because you don't know how many shares they're selling, it's taking so long at certain levels that it's throwing me off. And then I'm like, yeah, I need to just get out. And then another big move. Rolling my eyes here. So we're getting a big drop. We'll see if we can get a good dip out of this. Very hard to predict this type of stuff here, though. And we break down below 7 for a quick dip. So far holding 06, 07 area. 02 for the low. That's our first time getting like a huge. The other pullback we had, we kind of still had like a bullish engulfing. This one is gonna be a straight up false breakout. So is this the backside? Or are we still bullish? It's only the second red candle on the 5, so I still like it. When we get the third one, then I'll ease off, that rule of 3 that I have, but I think there's still opportunity here. The fills are horrendously slow. Gotta be careful. I think it's still bullish, so I'll try to scalp this area here. Mm. Mm-mm. Waiting patiently. Oh, there's a seller. 30,000. 44. Well, 45. We're gonna break. Get chopped like that is brutal. 54. And the high of day levels at 77. It might take off here. Can we see it? It's gonna take. Oh my goodness. Do not fail. It might drop. I don't know. We want to see a push with that type of volume. It's like having trouble. Got attempts. Can we hold? Can we hold and retest? Because that high was 90. Bro, every time I size up, I'm taking a loss. Jeez. Can we see a better, smoother push here? So far, so good though. 94 for the highs. It's just so choppy that I think I'll stick to small size for now. A break of 8, very difficult to predict here with the price action. If I see big bids again, I'll jump in just because I keep my stop as tight as I can. Big bids has been pushing it higher. Try again here. Small size, tight stops. Are we gonna see something here? I think the next big pullback, we have to definitely be careful for the backside. Great fill. Great move. And I'm going to take it again for continuation. Of course, it's resistance at 92. Okay. I'll try again 96 if we see it. Come on. Okay, never mind. It's going to come back down. If we can see some big bids here, that'll be good. Watching though. Watching and waiting. Is this it? It's still here in the zone, but waiting. It seems like it has been holding up 69.70. High point 95. Being patient here. How well are we gonna do again? It's not bouncing, so I'll cut it. 50. Jeez. See, it's like if I take a half second longer there, blazed. I probably got slippage too. Anyhows, let's see how well it recovers. The low was 52. Maybe we can recover here. Maybe not. We'll see. Give it a couple seconds here. 66. 68. So that's decent. There's a ton of green printing, but nothing happening. Again. Are you kidding me? It's like there's a seller there. I cut the trade and then it goes. Come on. It's the fourth time. Those type of areas are like, again, one of those things, you just kind of have to roll your eyes and move on. Keep smiling, keep trading. Is this it? Is this it? We cannot afford to see a false breakout by any means here. Okay. Waiting for more volume. Can we see more green? I'll take 72. Scratch trade. So we got back above 70. I'm expecting 70 to hold. I mean, I think it is. It's gonna go. I think this is it. Is this it? Come on. Where are those bulls? Big size coming. Big size here. KB. Moon. We're stalling out again. I'll try one more time. Big size. If I see 93, 94, I'm taking it. 92, 91, 91. These short sellers will rule the day. Slowing down again. I'll keep an eye though. I'll size down. 90. Back to small size. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. I'm disappointed we didn't rip to like 820. But it's still here. So I'm going to keep watching with smaller size though. There's just too much risk with that big size losing 5 cents, 3 cents every time. But with the small size, it's like if I can take some scratch trades, that's alright. Alright, there it is. What a disappointment. It did hold 70 again. Do not fail. Do not. Good, good. Well, all right, all right. It's not what I expected, but it's better than nothing. It's a great move, ultimately. High risk trades, buying the highs like this. I gotta know if I take a big loss, that I need to cut it immediately because I'm taking on an incredible amount of risk buying it all the way here. It seems like it's having trouble. I'll wait for like okay. Can we keep pushing here? Super high fill though, 31. It's not skipping. It should at some point. Of course, I catch a 30,000 bid and it does nothing. Taking losses. Again, just have to smile and keep trading. I would have expected it to go in that area, but you know, it's not. $37 for the highs. Stock is killing me, man. But we're doing it. We're doing it slow and steady. Small gains. We'll take some losses along the way, but you know, gotta stay cool, calm, and collected. 880 for the halt up, just in case that does happen. We got a low of 12 right now on the last. Seems to be okay. Maybe not. Losses there. Ay, ay, ay. This cold is having me in a gear here. Low of 93. We've been holding up very well here, though. Cutting that flat. I really and truly should be holding a position here, I think. Well, and as I say that, the stock is going to flush down, of course. It's kind of a random drop there, but okay. The low is at 79. Are we gonna hold 70 again? There's 69. I'm being brave here, trying it, but doesn't look like it's holding. Scratch trade. Oh, there's a big bid. Do not, as long as this doesn't do anything like stupid or crazy. Somebody's buying up 130,000. It's gonna still drop. 49. Can we see like 60, 70? This might be the backside though. This is like the third big drop we're getting. And usually by the third time, it's trouble. So is this the backside? I'm gonna ease off. Uh, does somebody here need to be banned? Yes, it looks like it. I haven't looked at the comments yet, but let's see. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I gotta read the comments here. CCC. Finally, third tries to charm, right? Day number 3. Finally, the day that we can get something out of this thing. Yeah, I didn't really get to read the chat, but it looks like everything's good. I think this might be the backside, but stock is still bullish, so I'll pay attention down here. We'll see how, so there's a low of 25. We'll see if it does another huge red to green out of nowhere. Because sometimes these big firms are short and they're still covering. This could be interesting here. If it gets to 70, this will be interesting. There's another huge bid there. Ah, okay. Take a bit of a loss there. Why are these losses feeling so big? I guess whenever, it's probably because I'm only making a couple cents at a time on the way up. So just waiting patiently to see how this bear flag here plays out. Waiting patiently, we got a low of 24 and a high of 64. Another huge bid. Can we see this through 50? We want to see it through 64 here. This is interesting. This is interesting here. Can't be overly aggressive though. Ah, come on. We need to hold up here. If this candle can close around high 50s, low 60s, that'll be great. There's 40 seconds. Got a low 42, which is not bad if we can get a good bounce out of this candle here. We're gonna break the bear flag, but we're still kind of pulling back here. I'm so aggressive there because I'm thinking there's a chance we get right back to 8, and then before you know it, high of day again, halting up. 8 seconds. Can we see more of a bottoming wick here to close this red candle? Probably not. It's looking like a full body red candle so far. So, not great. But we'll see what it does in the next couple of minutes. Into the new 5-minute candle here. It looks like we might see new lows here. If we get past oh, okay, okay. Maybe we'll not see new lows. I'm jumping in. And there's a big move. I'm gonna jump in again with big size. Do not go to the depths. Take me to the moon. Cutting it scratch. Killing me with these slow fills, man. Like, how is that even net red? Didn't I just catch a big move? Like 15 cents? And I lost like 3 cents. Maybe too soon here.
STTK.
It's still not done yet because we can get the 5-minute candle and make the new high. Like the way how we just bounced up off those lows right there. It still means business. Guys, don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, hit that thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. We go live every weekday morning around 9:15 a.m. Man, why can't I just sell what I need to sell? You know, it's like I'm there holding that trade knowing that I shouldn't be holding it. Jeez. It's so easy but so hard at the same time. I realized it wasn't going for a quick break to like 60, and I'm there holding it to see what it's gonna do. But the strategy is telling me if it's not gonna go, sell the trade immediately. I don't know why I keep doing it in some of the areas, and then I get caught when it actually does drop, losing a couple cents every time. So this is some price action trades, right? The high of the range is 77, or let's say 62. The low of the range is around 20. So we're kind of in the consolidation here. I'm looking for a push over the high side of the range, and hoping the 5-minute candle can make a new high. This one is going to close in about 10 seconds. We opened at 43, so I'm hoping we can get the next candle to open up somewhere here, and then can we push over 60 eventually? If we get a nice strong break of 60, then we can, maybe push over 77, which is the high of this green candle here. If we get candles to then close above 77, it might be likely that we can see a push over $8 again. And then once we get over 8, then high of day is just 30 cents away, which is basically right there. If we come back to the lower side of the range, I'd hope we get another strong bounce, but preferably I would rather not even see us go down there again, and if we can just curl from this area, it would be great. If we come down, the trades that we see at the lows, the panic flush, the VWAP dip, although the VWAP isn't really in proximity. So let's say the panic flush, And those are the type of, edges that I'll be looking at. Bottoming wicks. But right now we're like on a miniature bull flag here. Right? Within this bear flag, we're on a miniature bull flag right here. So this is why I'm still watching 60 to see if the 1 minute candles make the new high, if there's enough buying, could that trigger something potentially? And we can even look at it as a bit of an ABCD as well, right? All within this bear flag. So the key is, can we curl back up here? And I'm missing it doing all the drawings. Can we continue? That's going to be a false breakout. It didn't get over 60, but we hit 60 exactly. Doing the diagrams, I think I could have captured 10 cents there, but that's all right. Like sometimes I'm not saying all this stuff like all the time, but for the students, I would expect them to understand the patterns that we're looking at here, because it's very very detailed what we talked about in the chapters in terms of recognizing the intraday patterns as they're playing out, and whether we're using level 2 or not, how we want to position ourselves to be able to capture the trades. Because we have to of course manage risk, which is like the biggest thing. So we have to position ourselves in a place where we're buying close to support if we're looking to hold longer, and give the stock a chance with a stop in place. If you're being more active, maybe you're watching for a trade like just what just happened here, which is volume coming in, the 1 minute candle makes a new high in a different area or a different day. This is what starts to move right back to high of day. Instead of it stalling out, it keeps going, and you're already in 45, and it just goes all the way to 80, 90, $8. So I like that we didn't break down below 40. We're still here, so it might retest 60, and I'll keep watching. I'll keep my big size because I think it could be very beneficial as we move forward. So here's 56. What is it going to be? Okay, so I'm selling. So for me, it's like this is like a critical point within the bear flag here. Short sellers will definitely be watching these areas. Right now, a short seller who will short anywhere between like $8 and $7.50, they want nothing more than to see this, big red candle going down at like 690. That if that happens, they feel pretty good. For us, we want to see the opposite. We want to see a big green candle up to $8, and then short sellers stopping out for losses. And more than likely, we're selling for a gain, or maybe even adding for a bigger move. So 56 right now. Let's see how it continues to do. We have to be careful of false breakouts above 60 as well. I'll be paying attention for big bids. Like if we see another 80K buyer or something like that, 55, immediately I'll be looking to jump in with tight stops. Of course, there'll be traders who are watching on who are trading like a different, maybe they're long, but they're trading like a little bit of a different style. So they might be looking for something slightly different or a lot different, depending on what they're doing. I like that we held 40 right there again. A day like today, I definitely trade way more executions than prior days. Okay. Can we see the push back through 50? There's a 15,000 share seller there, which is not too big. All right, 54. Can we start something here? This is where we could see a push right through. KB, are the bulls still alive? Are the bulls still alive? Can we see another move? Is it possible? Is any sort of huge volume spike? I'm just watching here to see what this does. See how it's like a surprise push here? Let's see how it does. Come on. Short sellers going to go. Come on, let's squeeze them out. Where are those bulls, KB? They will rule the day. They will rule this day, the short sellers. This is it. They will rule this day. Very aggressive entries here for me. But I'm hoping that they cover through this big move. Ooh, my goodness. Wow. $8. I hope I got that fill. Do not fail. It's not separating, so I kind of don't want to add. It's moving kind of weird, so I'm going to size down. We should have kept going to the halt level there immediately. Is it a delayed move, or are we going back down? Come on, 25, 30. Where's that big move? Right now they're hanging by a thread right now, the short sellers. They'll get squeezed here. They might get squeezed here. Can we see that push 25, 30? And I keep trying with small size. Right now I can already see them sweating. The bulls are in control here. The bulls are in control. I think all this is okay. As long as we don't see like an epic drop, I think we should be all right. Oh my goodness. Why am I getting calls? This is prime time, man. We can't be answering the phone right now. The low is at 83. I might need to take that call though, but I mean, it's just such a bad time. High is at 12, low is at 83. I might have already missed the dip. The exchange is calling me for taking too many trades. No, I'm way below the threshold, man. A day like today, I'm probably at like 400 orders though, which is definitely on the higher side. But I know guys were probably at 1,000 orders plus today. Low of 83. You know, I'm at like 800,000 shares. For sure, there's people 3 million, 5 million shares already on the same stock. I'm disappointed we didn't get the move straight to the hot level, so I'm still waiting here and being patient. Why? Why this time? High is at 90, 97. Low is 83. Okay, we're kind of coming down a bit. Better not miss a big move here. Oh, missing a big dip. This looks like a good dip. Looks healthy. Oh, 45. I'll take 45. Can we hold? 44, cutting it. This is disappointing, man. Like it shouldn't really be dropping here like this. It's like we're giving back so much of that move, unless it does like a huge bounce back. 40 to 90. So is this the backside? Or is this just another bigger pullback to then crawl up gradually? I would have expected a tight consolidation between 80 and 8, and then a breakout again. So we're gonna get a low 40 and a bounce to 64. So maybe I could have held my position there at 44. Yeah, it could be backside here. We'll see. You know, I think this is the key for me, man. Like those, like the red days, man, they'll happen. But if we can just keep them small, and then when we really get a nice day, you know, where the stocks are moving well, we can connect. And you know, okay, if we're red six times and green 8 times, if we're green like this and only red 200-300 bucks, it's not gonna matter. Yesterday though, I will say I could have ended green, but I was on a call throughout that move to five from like what was that 5 to like 480 to like $6 on this stock. It did move better than it was moving earlier in the day, but I was on the call. The Fed meeting was in the next like 30 minutes. I just left it alone. FOMC FOMC right now is like the main catalyst that's driving the economy. So unless there's some underlying something that happens, the markets are looking pretty good, man. You know, we can definitely see something happen though, right? Which is why people love to say diversify. Individual companies can have bad news at any moment. So if we're diverse, we can more than likely, you know, sustain a bit of a pullback because we had the banking crisis that kind of came out of nowhere. The month before everything happened, nobody was ever thinking we were going to see banks failing, right? The Russia Ukraine crisis, and then, you know, Palestine and Israel, and then there could be more conflicts. Like right now, Venezuela and Guyana are having some issues for oil, and then of course there's China and Taiwan. This type of stuff is like can lead to a world war, right? Which nobody would want. But if those things can, like, you know, not happen and we don't see any major like collapse anywhere, the economy should be, you know, getting back into a bull market over the next couple of years, right? The next year, 2 or 3. We've had a sharp decline from the pandemic, and you know, it's going to be interesting here. So we're at the lower side of the range and we're seeing a bit of a bounce. Maybe I should be paying more attention here and not ranting. From 23 to 53, there's definitely opportunity there. Yeah, I think this is backside. I'm disappointed, man. This type of bounce right here is like, this is like lovely. This flag ended up, you know, continuing and going, and to end like this just feels like something isn't complete, you know. Imagine this red candle is a green candle going up again. Just like that, high of day, halting up. Right now, we probably had a resumption and we're at 950. That's the difference. And a nice 10K day with big size, capturing trades going up. Boom. Something crazy. Big Steve is screaming, guys. More likes. Let's see. We're at 184 likes. We have 358 people watching on, guys. Don't forget, if you're tuning in, to hit that thumbs up button. We're going to shut it down here in the next 15-20 minutes if this thing sells off. But be sure to leave a thumbs up. You know, at the end of the day, even if you don't love me, you can at least respect what I'm doing, right? Which is to put it all out there and not hide anything. The big green, the big red, everything in between. It's all here live on YouTube. This is a live account. If you're a new viewer watching on, if you're not familiar with this broker called Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade, now owned by Charles Schwab, this is my broker. You can even see the last four of my account number, you know, which most people would definitely never show, but I mean, I don't really mind, right? My account is very secured. But yeah, this is the platform. You know, there's no hiding anything. These are all the orders I took today. Every single one of them from start to finish. You know, there's no tricks, there's no gimmicks. I'm hyper scalping, so I'm buying and selling hundreds of times within one day. You can see all those orders. Ton of orders today. There's usually not this many. My God, look at how long this list is. Jeez. 477 orders. Usually I'm at like 120, 150. So I'm definitely traded a lot more today than usual. INHD IPO. If you want this high-low script, you can message me in Discord. I'll send it to you. There's this one. There's the one that Marcelo uses where it's displayed in the upper left corner. So if you don't want it on the charts to take up space, you can have it like right up here in the top left. But message me and I'll send you both in Discord. I just got I don't know, sometimes this one is annoying because it does block the candle sometimes. But I got so used to it. I think the other one might be better. It definitely helps out in the moment, so you don't have to like take the mouse to hover to see. You know, sometimes the speed does help out. Quickness, being able to do more with less. I don't use DAS to execute. I actually execute through Thinkorswim. So if the hotkeys are no longer going to work, I'm not going to have a problem. I think Marcelo and Tim more so are more executing through DAS. And they're utilizing the hotkeys more when it comes to scaling out, like selling a quarter, selling half. Um, what other hotkeys are they using? I mean, I think that's like the main one, really. There are probably some other ones that they have for like share size. Yeah, I think that's the other thing. Like share size, like, hey, you know, maybe I want to go from 1500 to 5K. They have a hotkey programmed. Uh, I mean, I don't think they'll have too much of a problem. You know, it'll be like a small adjustment, but hopefully over time they reintegrate because DAS is pretty popular within the trading community. And it's an execution platform, and there isn't a ton of back end work, I think, that is like required. You know, we the customers, the consumers, we're paying for the platform, so you know, it's just some back end stuff they would have to do to make it compatible, and you know, It's coming down, so we're on the backside. There's still dip opportunities here, but I try not to, like push it too much. I think that's it. Like I feel good about how I traded. I think it was a great stock in this move up that we had. Very explosive areas compared to the prior days. And yeah, I'm content. So yesterday, this area here, I saw my level two was moving very aggressively, and I was here the entire time, and I missed this area. So I'm like, you know what? I kind of, it's back to sideways. I'll just leave it alone. The dip from 56 went up to 70, so there's some good bounce opportunities in here. And this is where I was on the call. Great conversation yesterday, but it's actually someone who I went to high school with, who's now a student. He spoke for like 3 hours yesterday. He was giving me a lot of good feed. Very, very bright individual, man. He gave me a lot of feedback on how I could be a better teacher. So that's always good, right? You need people who can also, challenge you in different ways. So we had a long conversation. The only thing is that FOMC was also yesterday, and I was kind of, trying to see the report. Yesterday, I was buying some more shares for my portfolio. Buying, buying, buying. Slowly averaging in. I think Thinkorswim's execution isn't terrible. Uh, I think when we are using market orders, we definitely have to know that we'll get filled anywhere between the bid, the ask, or within the spread, right? We can get filled on the bid, on the ask, or in between the spread. And on top of that, we have to remember that these stocks are volatile, and there are tens of thousands of people trading them, including algorithms, including hedge funds, big accounts, everything. So, you know, ultimately, it will take time for me to process an area where I want to buy, hit buy, have that signal for my brain go to my finger, and then the order itself actually being sent through the Thinkorswim software, then to the Citadel, and then to the market makers, right? So all that might take a half a second, but again, there's so many moving components that I can be filled where I think I should be filled, or completely the opposite, end of the spectrum. So I would say the fills are all right. I've used E-Trade Pro before. I think that Thinkorswim and E-Trade are like on same tier. Marcelo used Trade Zero, I think, for a couple trades here and there. He mentioned that it was all right. The new platform that I'll be testing out in detail is Guardian, and I was telling myself to not drag my heels, which is something that I do sometimes. I have my account, it's fully funded. I need to get in there, organize my interface, and test it out and see. Marcelo's also used Lightspeed before, and he's mentioned that he thinks the fills are like slightly better, but he doesn't know for sure. He uses it in the first 5 minutes sometimes if Thinkorswim is having issues. But definitely with a platform, I think for us we need to use it extensively, and we need to push big positions. Like maybe for an entire week or month, probably a month of straight trading to see, to really do a good comparison. So for me, ultimately, I think, whenever there's change, it's always interesting because, change could be good or it could be bad or it could be the same, right? And when you have something that's working, like despite this platform might not being the best, I'm able to make 4,000 here today. Do I want to make that change and then it's like an awful result? But again, it's part of what's necessary to improve, right? We can't be fearful, and we can do it in smart ways. We can start off with smaller size. I don't have to trade the open every time. I can, maybe trade power hour, right? If there's a power hour stock, I can test out the other platform. Start off with 1,000 shares, right? So we can do it in safe ways and slowly become more comfortable and before you know it, you have a platform that's even better and you can make even more in the long run. So today is the day for me to test out my Guardian platform. Shout out to Guardian Trading, man. Smaller broker, but great people, great platform. So far from what I can see, but of course as I use it I'll be able to give more of a detailed review and feedback. They do have direct access routing, so we'll see how it goes. So some places they take 25,000, like the TD. I think the limit is 25K to be above PDT. Guardian, their requirement for their account was 30K. How's the overall market doing? We're up slightly. And by the way, guys, the Dow Jones Industrial, we had all-time highs yesterday. INHD, we probably should keep an eye on this IPO, which was called out in the chat. Also was on the scans here. It's an $11 stock. I think I'd want to just use 800 shares just to make sure. $17 and $28. So 27 and 28. 32 and 28, if my math is any good. If it resumes within the 5-minute interval, so maybe it's 15 minutes. Or actually might be more than that. What would that, what's geez, 22? Okay, yeah, 22 would be 10 minutes. So 32, maybe it's at 32.28. By the way, I got on the Momo Pro shirt today. Guys, I mentioned that the merch was going to come out on the 15th. I do have some disappointing news. I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to potentially buying a Relentless Trader shirt, but the company did not get back to me, and I wasn't impressed with the print quality on the t-shirts. I think the shirts themselves, fabric-wise, they're all right. I think they could have been better, but I think it's to the point where it's, you can't have perfection, but it's all right. It's decent. But the print quality on the hats, the book bag was like great, like the laptop book bag, right? Good, very good. But the shirts, man, needed some work. So until they get back to me, I'm gonna keep it on pause. But I can literally release it right now. But again, I have to make sure that I have a conversation with them. They did message me a while back, and they were telling me, hey, like we can have a video call, we can chat. So I sent them that email, and I'm waiting right now. Ultimately it'll be good for them. I think these people, they don't mind having more creators, right? Because ultimately will bring them business, right? They're print on demand, that type of company. And so the more people they can have, the more clients that they can have who has a huge following, the better it is. Maybe we do 2,000 Relentless Trader t-shirts, right? That for them is good. For me, I'm not gonna really make any money out of this because they're doing everything, right? If I had my own print shop set up in my garage or something, maybe I'd be able to turn some sort of a profit. So for me, it's not even about the profits when it comes to the merchandise. It's just about getting it out to the people, and us representing who we are here, being relentless. Because at the end of the day, it's like, how close are we to this result? We got a minute. There's no way I could charge like 30-35 bucks for a t-shirt. Like that's just not going to make sense. I wouldn't pay I wouldn't pay $30 for a t-shirt. So why would I expect anybody here to pay $30 for a t-shirt? You know, it's just not going to make sense. The brand is a great brand, but still, like, I think we have to be fair. Resumption coming up here in about 30 seconds if this is going to resume here to 20 minutes. Maybe I even go smaller size. We'll prep another order entry with some more. We can do 1500 or 1K. Was it 1K? Is this it? It's showing 16 or at 11:55.
CLAY.
And it doesn't look like that's it. CCC, nice move here. False breakout though. Nice move though. I think there could have been a chance to take profits there. Another quick flag and a sweet bullish engulfing. So this is why some people will still watch the backside. It's like this is the VWAP dip right here. Big bullish engulfing, flag into a breakout, which we went from 24 to 45. There's time in there to take 10 cents, 15 cents. So, you know, sometimes the backside is worth it. From 682 to 745. It's a pretty decent move in there. Even if you only capture 15 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents. You know, this is one of the things that we have to be careful of, is AI and these voice things that we're seeing with these celebrities. Crazy world, I tell you. It's like certain celebrities are suing certain companies because they're suing companies that wrongfully use their voice in ads. You know, can you imagine being there hearing yourself talking about how good some sort of product is and you never did that before? It's like an AI generated thing. FRGT sinking. Brutal loss on this thing earlier, man. Brutal loss. But I think that's going to do it. I'm sitting here, there's nothing happening. This is a good place to potentially shut it down. Canadian maple syrup. CLAY. I think this is a good place. You know, yesterday, something that I did that I was a little upset with, I sold some shares of one of the companies that I'm holding by accident. And I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. Like where I am in now is still good, but it just sucks to see like visually like the cost basis. You know, to see the cost basis ruined. It's like, come on. How's this doing? IMMX. If the volume here is high, there's a bit of a spread. Okay, there's too much of a spread. Volume is too low. Okay. Yeah, so for those of you going all the way to 4 p.m., continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient, continue watching for those opportunities that you know and love. All right. What are my top 3 long-term swing trades slash investments? Do I want to mention this here on the stream? You know what? I am the most transparent trader in the world, so I guess I'll say it. I have shares of Tesla in terms of my portfolio where it's a little bit more heavy. I have Tesla shares, I have Home Depot, and Snapchat. Snapchat I'm hoping can be very profitable and lucrative over the next 2 years. Those are 3 companies that are on the higher side in the portfolio. But yeah, if you're going till 4 p.m., take it easy, keep paying attention, keep watching. I'll catch you guys in the recap. And then again tomorrow morning, bright and early. And I know I kept saying I'm going to do a recap the last 2 days, and I didn't. Again, I think Tuesday was definitely worth a recap. Yesterday, on the other hand, I would have just showed up here to say C4 was not moving well for my style, and that would have been the recap. So I ended up not doing one. But Tuesday was a great day for a recap, and I did do one in the Discord. But today we'll do a recap and we'll include the last 3 days. So we'll make it a little longer. We'll watch some footage from Tuesday, and we'll watch maybe a few trades from today as well. But anyhow, stay care, stay safe, stay green. Hit that thumbs up on the way out, and I'll catch you guys next time. It's been a pleasure, as always.